Hello friends! The topic of this video is Spanish conquest of America. The essential question we'll be answering is what impact did Spanish exploration have on the New World? So we'll be focusing on the relations between the Spanish and the native people of the New World and how Spanish settlement and colonization impacted those people in the New World. So first off, what does it mean to colonize an area? That means to settle an area of land and establish control over its resources and indigenous people. So, after the voyages of Columbus, Spain had claims to land in the New World, and they began to settle that land in order to get resources that could make Spain wealthier. The main resource that Spain was interested in the New World was, of course, gold. So whenever we talk about why Spain was interested in colonizing and settling the New World, we talk about the 3 G's: God, gold, and glory. Those were the 3 main reasons for Spanish exploration of the New World. God meant that they wanted to spread their Christian Catholic religion to people of the New World. Gold, obviously, to make the Kingdom of Spain wealthier. And also, for many conquistadors and explorers, it was the glory of having their name attached to their accomplishments. So they wanted to be remembered in history for the great things that they achieved. So we heard in the last video that Portugal was the first country leading exploration efforts. Spain was a close second. The Treaty of Tordesillas was signed between Spain and Portugal and divided the newly discovered land of the New World or previously unclaimed places. So, new lands west of the line would belong to Spain. That's the yellow here, most of South America and Mexico. And then new lands in the east would belong to Portugal. So we can see those lands in green. Obviously, the rest of the world did not abide by this treaty. Other European countries will also be leading their own exploration and colonization efforts later. However, this does show that Spain and Portugal felt that they had claims to all of this land, even if none of their explorers or conquistadors had yet stepped foot on that land. They saw the rest of the world as theirs to conquer and divide. Also, you can see that the line goes right through South America. So if you've ever wondered why Brazil is the only country in South America that speaks Portuguese while the rest of them speak Spanish, this is why. Brazil was settled and colonized by Portugal. So I keep talking of these conquistadors, a term that you're probably familiar with. What do conquistadors want? First of all, they're the ones interested in the glory. They were willing to risk their lives to go out and explore and conquer these new lands. But conquistadors claimed and colonized land on behalf of Spain and Portugal from the 15th to the 17th centuries. Hernan Cortes was one of these conquistadors from Spain. We talked about the Aztecs earlier. This is the man that conquered the Aztec Empire and claimed the area of Mexico for Spain, which became New Spain. There are lots of interesting stories about Hernan Cortes and Pizarro, who's on the next slide. I do encourage you, if you're interested, to Google, find some interesting videos. But all I need you to know is that they were responsible for conquering some of those ancient empires that we talked about in the New World. The Incan Empire in South America was eventually conquered by Francisco Pizarro, who also came from Spain. So he claimed this area of the Incan Empire, specifically Peru, for Spain in 1533. Juan Ponce de Leon was another explorer and conquistador. He was the first to explore Puerto Rico and was named governor of that land. He also led the first European exploration to Florida. He named that area, Florida means flowery. He was also named governor in Florida, but was eventually killed by Native Americans on a return trip to the area. They were resisting the attempts of the Spanish to claim and settle their lands. Juan Ponce de Leon is best known for searching for the fabled Fountain of Youth. That's the story that's been told throughout history. However, historians have recently considered that to be a myth. There are no documents or evidence to support the fact that he was looking for a Fountain of Youth. Most likely, he was out for the 3 G's. So, whether this is actually something he was doing, we don't know and will likely never know. Please look at my cute bird. Here is a map of some of Juan Ponce de Leon's travels from the island of Puerto Rico up around the coast of Florida. So remember, in all of these areas that Spain is claiming and colonizing, there are native people who have lived there for generations. And in the next video, we will talk about the interactions between these new Spanish settlers and the native people of the New World.